So far, I'm Troy. Good to see you. Everyone's stopping by. We're just hanging out, seeing what everybody's been up to. Still for a little while. It's actually pretty nice outside right now, so much rather be out there. But hey, out here, going high, what it is, hanging out. What's everybody been up to this week? Anything exciting? Builds, flying. We're working on a 3D print, trying to get the printer going. Now, what's up, brother? Can't come on, working on your quad. Well, come on and work on it. You check your ESC wires, your signal wires. Sounds like maybe you had something loose or something. So your edit probably ended up coming in. The wiring stopped by, so who knows. Wires are good though, huh? Was there individual ESCs on that one? $21 to complete. Not a bad print. Been doing small prints mostly, but I run them real super slow. So I mean, I don't know. GoPro session with a mount for my quad. Like about 5 hours by time. Just play around a little bit here and there. Play with. I went from using the Tronxy program that came with it to the repeater program that also came with it. So I'm learning to switch over. Whizbang, what's going on? Good to see ya. Beans, brother. Or get you some panties. Yeah, get you some blue panties on. Look at the dynamic range on them blue panties. Right, you need some blue jeans too. That's a good sign. Moving right. So who's been out flying? Anybody? I know Plummet tried to fly and couldn't get an arm. I flew a couple packs. Then I had to cook dinner and get ready for the show. Got a couple more packs. We got to about officially I think to like 950 right now. So I may get a couple more, but usually by then the mosquitoes are out pretty heavy though. So we'll have to wait and see. Might happen. One of these silly GoPro session chameleon mounts or something like that. I'm not pleased with the last one I printed for Plummet, so playing with settings and stuff. Trying another one. I still got black PPU, so I need to order some other colors. Almost out of green. I'm out of blue. Well, not out. There's enough blue to do some touch-ups with the pen, maybe. You didn't fly today because of the 4 inches of rain you're getting. Yeah, you're getting soaked down there, all right? Or actually, you're up there, kind of east. Yes. Updating and tightening the quads. The trip to Canada. There you go. Yeah, you're getting ready to head out. Road tripping all the way up to the Great White North. The Hoser country, eh? Yeah, it'd be good to see you in some different area. You and Lewis have been killing it over there at the school. I like the setup over there. There's lots of good area. You get some good flow through there. Trees are just the right heights. Spread out just enough. Yeah, today's like beautiful out there. I I don't know. I think a high at 76 or something like that, they said. But it's been like 80s and whatnot. Tomorrow's supposed to be back up there again. I'm going to be outside working on an exterior. It's like 72 right now, so. Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be 84, 86 Saturday, 90 on Monday, 93 Tuesday. Looks like the rain's going to hold out till next week, though, middle of the week, so that could be good. Not too far from Canada. Yeah, you got to watch it over there. I hear they're real picky. And what Paul Murray was saying, they even get mad about flying over there by the international bridge over there, Port Huron and whatnot. So, I don't know. With FPV, I fly mostly to local parks, so it's not too bad. But if I get into the GPS drones and whatnot, it's going to change quite a bit, I'm sure. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's what Mike was saying. Is maybe somebody shot him out of the sky. Philly Mike. I don't know. Could have been a hole from impact or something. Who knows? Hard to say exactly unless they found a bullet. There's a hole in it. There should be a bullet in it. Where are you running off to, Ryan? Mom got you doing chores again? Yeah, that's what I would say. If it's that much of a hole, the way he was, I didn't see the hole, but the way he was talking, if it's that much of a hole, there should be a bullet there. You got an echo in it.
Who, me? Must be me. Is it me?
Yeah.
Damn it, Jim. Where in the hell are my headphones? I normally don't have to use the headphones.
It might have just been because it was kicking up or whatever. It didn't mute fast enough or something. But
Because
I'm not hearing the echo now.
wearing headphones. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it now. So.
Oh, really?
But maybe it was just catching.
Maybe it was just because I came in.
Yeah,
Because I just came in. Well, I finally did it.
What'd you do? You crashed, broke, what?
Hit myself in the shoulder with the drone.
5 inch?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how's your shoulder?
It's all right. I felt it though when it hit. This guy right here, Mad Dog 1.
The new
Her
one,
maiden flight, and I whacked myself right in the shoulder.
Jeez. You get all cut up from it, or just bang
No,
yourself?
it just whacked me real good.
Oh,
It was a head-on collision.
I'll tell you what, dude. If you get hit with one of those crops, like one time I was doing something and bumped my butt, my hand was down there and it come across, and it only rubbed across the top of my hand with the prop. And I was able to get it out of the way and push back, right? But just that rub across the top of your hand with the prop, it didn't like cut it or anything. But that deep bruising that it does when it hits with that velocity, it leaves a mark, brother. It showed up like 2 days later. It was all purple and bruised and swelled more. It wasn't the first day or so. It was a couple days.
You know, it's possible there might be a bruise involved. I don't know. All I know is that it hit where I had shirt and no cuts. So
good there.
I gotta make for some interesting footage.
Right.
It's all about the footage, brother. They were talking about rates today, and when I saw the rates, because this is the bird that MD95 TSI built for me.
Yeah, that's the group that everybody's efforts put together got for. Yeah.
It's got an RC rate down in the 60s.
The stock is 667. Is what I think it is. I think I got 2 quads at stock rates right now, or stock rates. Yep, it's like 667.
Shit, when I got the damn Batman, it came at 100%, man, out of the box. You know, it was like trying to fly. I don't know what.
Well, I printed this up last night, so I flew this one. It's supposed to be one of those anti-jello type mounts or whatever.
Oh, that's a cool looking mount.
Let's see how she works. I wanted to try one. I've seen it and whatnot. Everybody says it's supposed to help with the anti-jello type fluid. I figured I'd probably try it. It's pretty good. I did adjust some of my PIDs on there because of the GoPro mount on there. I was getting a little bit of prop wash when I come down on the dive, so up that feed a little bit on the pitch, a couple notches, and moved out pretty good.
I'm doing some homework here. Hang on, I'm getting set up. I'm not set up. I just barely got in from flying.
Playing around with the settings.
Hey Ryan, how you doing, brother? Trying to pop this stuff out and get where I can see what people are saying. So I know already, Mike, that you're in the Bird Strike club. Who else is in the Bird Strike club, huh?
Who else has hit themselves with a drone? Or
Yeah.
Even if it's not a bad injury, I mean, close calls count when it comes to one of these. Because man, that'll scare the crap out of you. The other day, last time me and Adam were flying, I was playing with the Ghost. That's why I got the session mount back on it now. I had a shark fin on there, and when it flipped over and got it in the wet or something, and it was spinning and lost radio signal altogether, and like wouldn't communicate with the quad for some reason. It didn't fail safe off or anything. I know the fail safe's right, but it wouldn't respond to the radio going off right on anything. I had to step on the quad while it was upside down and the motor spinning at like mid throttle and unplug the battery on it in order to shut it off. I let it dry out, cleaned it up, rinsed it off. Worked fine after that. But yeah, that was a weird one.
Mark, how you doing, brother? Mad Dog 1 tried to take me out, Mark. It tried to take me out. It did. Where's my volume at? I ain't hearing nothing.
I'm here.
Uh,
I'm just over checking my print. I was starting the print. I changed a bunch of settings with the feeds.
all right, so we got Ryan, we got Whizbang, we got Centroid, we got Rulin.
Ruler, good to see
I'm
you.
like, hey, Chris. So who flew today? Anybody fly today?
I got a couple packs in.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I want to get some more in maybe. We'll see. Tomorrow's supposed to be a little bit warmer, but it's also Friday, so I'm gonna try to get something done tomorrow. I gotta work
Well,
the exterior, I think, tomorrow, probably doing some decks.
you working this weekend?
No, I don't do weekends. No,
That's
not
my
unless I
kind of
have to.
man right there,
Not
brother.
unless I have to, man. I take my weekends for myself. I bust my butt through the week, and yeah, I don't usually do weekends.
How you doing, Daddy? How you doing,
I
brother?
give up a lot of fly time during the week because of my job and this and that, and being in Michigan. By the time you get home, that's usually when the weather's hot and everything else, and starting to cool off, and the mosquitoes or the wind, and then you're busy doing food and everything else. So the weekends, I'll try to get some fly time in, even if it's flying here at the trailer park like it has been. Try to get at least 4 or 5 packs in during the day, play with some quads, maybe do some tuning on them a little bit here and there, stuff like that.
Well, that's cool. That's awesome, Drone Daddy. 80 miles an hour is great. I'm a little slower. My reaction, I'm getting old. My reactions aren't quite that fast. But I can still feel where I hit myself in the shoulder with the damn bird.
You're gonna feel that one for a minute. Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. I just know it's there. You know what I mean?
I remember one video so far that I've seen was Ben from Hot Dog FPV standing around the corner of a darn pole barn. He come around, forgot he was there or something, and smacked himself right in the chest with the darn
Wow.
thing. It's like, wow. I've come close though, where you're flying around or whatever, and you go to turn and you know where you're at, or you just push it a little bit too hard, and you end up feel that prop wash over the top of you or something. That's enough to be like, wow.
Well, okay. First of all, I'm blaming it on Chris's rate because I just not used to having to move the sticks that much to make it do what I want it to do.
Well, you went in and bound it, so when you went in and bound, how come you didn't check the rates and just kind of put your
No,
kind of rates in a little bit? Don't you
no,
know what rate you
look.
like yet?
I wanted to try his rate,
Oh, and he left
and
you a stock.
I kind of liked them actually, but I'm not used to them.
It depends on. To me, it depends on what I'm flying for. If I'm ripping around doing freestyle, I like them a little bit higher. But like on my racer where it's really fast, I need them slower on that so that I can control it easier in the corner. Otherwise, it's going to be dipping and diving more. You know what I mean? I'll turn too fast and it'll lose more throttle or whatever hitting the corners. Otherwise, with the slower stick movement, it just makes it a little bit easier and smoother for your corner and whatnot. So I've kept it down a little bit. And I'm not a big racer or anything, so it's going from other racers and whatnot. I just kind of kept it down towards stock and playing around in the trees and with it that way. I think I like it that way for racing versus doing the freestyle. As far as doing flips or rolls or this or that, that's how I ended up smashing the darn uh, ghost over there at the bando into the ground, trying to do flips and rolls with slow rates. So
Well, and see, that's what's weird is because I threw it up in the air and I pitched forward and I did a couple doubles with no problem. But the roll was just so slow, man. It was ridiculous.
right. And sometimes, like a lot of times when you see people adjust, even your stock rates, I believe, are not like straight 667 necessarily. I think the yaw is usually a little bit lower than the other ones when they adjust their rates. Usually your pitch and your roll are close, and then your yaw is different. But I've seen, like, I think it's Code Nasty runs different rates all the way down. It's his yaw, his roll, and his pitch are all different rates, and it's just the way that you feel comfortable flying and what you know the quad's going to do, and you got to find that adjustment for you as to how it feels on the sticks or how you want to. Some people got bigger, longer fingers, and that long throw isn't so hard for them. Some are shorter fingers, and you know what I mean. So that's a lot of difference too. Pinchers that don't want as much throw necessarily as a person that has thumb movement.
Okay, that all makes sense. I am a thumber.
Yeah, I'm a thumber all the way. I've tried doing some pinching. And I don't know. I need to get on the sim and play with pinching so that I can just keep practicing over and over and over. You know,
Well, I
crashing
mean,
without having to worry until I
I
get used to
started
the way I fly.
video games a long time ago, and you always use your thumbs with those, you
Right?
know.
Yeah, yeah. Ever since a kid, Atari and all that, it's always at least a thumb for the button, or yeah. Ever since the gamepads came out, but thumbs for everything. So they started getting the Xbox and PlayStation with the triggers and stuff like that, adding extras and whatnot. It was always fun. So, but yeah, I've been playing with the rates on mine a little bit here and there. Unfortunately, I don't get out of here enough to play with them, like for my race or whatever. I'd like to spend like a day just adjusting rates and play around, but in here I can't do that because kids around all the time, cars coming in and out, all that kind of crap. Need to wait. Soon.
Hey, Luis, Mad Dog 1 tried to take me out. It tried.
Luis, welcome in, Luis. Where's Adam? Where'd Adam go? I'm not calling him Luis. Spent a good deal of time practicing, right? It does. That's the thing is, usually I'm flying a quad. I just need to take the time and really put some hours in on sticks, on like the sims or something to get used to flying it, so I ain't crashing so much with the expensive stuff. Just easy
Hey,
on you.
Lewis, I'm a softer target than the concrete, so I'm glad I gave it a cushy crash.
At,
I
at,
almost recovered, actually.
at 47, those walks of shame aren't as fun either. So I tend to not like to do that. I do though. The last time me and Adam went over to Emerson, we spent half the day crashing there.
Yeah, Drone Daddy Adam seems to be in real love with that fly tune. It was a great flight, too. That was a great flight he put up.
The other arm, he's a little flexy now.
I'm not talking about the bone in my head, Baduga. I'm talking about I didn't hit my head. Now, you're right about that. If I hit my head, the drone would probably have a broken arm or something. It hit me in the shoulder, so there you go.
He'd at least be replacing a prop, maybe a motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I mean, I almost recovered and almost. You know, that's like horseshoes and hand grenades, but no damage. It looked good. So The Firefly got knocked slightly askew, but I'm looking forward to seeing the footage.
Joan Daddy, as far as I know, he likes Flight 1. He says it's the easiest, smoothest he's ever flown, but he's not sure what he did to it because he flew 3 packs yesterday or the day before, and he went to go fly today, and one of his motors isn't spinning now. So it's he's working on his quad. I'm like, get out here and work on it. But I don't know, maybe it's too much to. He said he had to feed himself yet too and whatnot. So yeah,
Poor Adam.
we want to get the visual audio input and all that too. Wait, I've attempted to build some Flight 1s, but not with Flight 1 ESCs. I was going to do it the hard way and use BL Heli ESCs, and I always, as a noob, screwed things up. Like Flight 1 on the corners has like little micro chips right by where the standoffs would go. They've got the rubber bushing, and if you squish too much when you press boards together, you end up chipping one of those or breaking it. Anyway, I guess I ended up damaging this and one I fried. So yeah, out of 2 attempts or 3 attempts to do Flight 1, I've never managed, but it was never a Flight 1 ESC setup. So one of these days, I might.
So what'd you do, Centroid? Did you have? Were you able to recover the footage of the GoPro's demise, or did it just wreck everything?
ABR, good. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, ABR, how you doing, brother?
Peace,
Cheers, mate.
Happy flying, buddy. We know you've been flying lots. See, if you don't have EBR, if you're wondering if he's been flying, go check him. He's probably got 3 videos at least from today.
Shit. Keeping up, you can almost do a steady stream of EBR videos.
I think I only know of one other person that posts as many flight videos as EBR, and that was Josh Ketchum. And he hasn't been posting them as much. Just flies now. Post video here and there a little bit, but I don't. If he's posting, he's not posting here. Posting probably like air views or somewhere else or something.
So, hey, EBR, have you ever hit yourself with your drone? I mean, I've hit myself plenty of times with the whoop and the little guys. First strike with a 5-inch. I'll tell you that.
I don't think I dug up the video. Matter of fact, I didn't dig up the video and DVR off for the crash of the 3-inch, so I know I didn't pull it. When I did that, I was whooping around out there and playing around too, and I had the Mobula out. And one of the guys out here, he wants to get a drone, but he's got so very little motion with his hands and body and function and everything, leg functions, everything. I mean, it's a task to watch him walk up and down a step or whatever, but he wants to fly. So I put some goggles on and was playing around with the Mobula, and I brushed right up against his cheek with it. Just to play with it. But yeah, those things are fun that way.
Yeah, I mean, I was buzzing the landlord one day, and he had seen the Batman flying and heard the noise it made. So when he heard that whoop flying around him, he was freaking out, thinking it was an angel of death, And then he said, "Man, I wish you'd keep that thing 20 feet above my head or whatever." And then I showed it to him. I'm like, "Look, man, this thing couldn't hurt a fly." Hey, Anthony, how you doing, brother? Ah, you did the pavilion, did you, Mark? Awesome. Yeah, it happens that way.
Back the upper cross beam coming out. Yeah.
I've
do.
seen the pavilion. I've seen you go through it, Centroid, but that's awesome. You power looped it.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
looking
power
forward to
loop,
that.
you're always catching that throttle, so you're catching yourself from the loop. It's easy to catch that throttle, also catch that forward momentum and throw yourself.
Who was it? Was it you, Mike, or was it Adam that was flying that pavilion at that place with all the trees?
Me and Adam both were.
Yeah, and it's
At
the same
Emerson
place
Park.
where you chased the squirrel, I think, or
Yep,
whatever.
Emerson Park. That's the
But
local park that we like to fly here.
but somebody went through there, and they went through the
I did that
gap
with
between the
Mobula.
cross space and the. It's like, man, yeah, like that was a lucky shot.
Yeah, that was at the we was out. He was out there playing around with his 2.5 inch, and he tried the whole shot through his truck window with the 2.5 inch. So I was like, well, okay. The only thing I had out there at the time was my Mobula that small. I didn't want to do it with a 5 inch. If he ain't doing it with a 5 inch, he ain't gonna let many people do it with a. So I was like, well, I'll do it with the Mobula. So I played with the Mobula, and it was like, I don't know, 15 to 20 mile an hour wind gusts out there. There was one section I tried to go forward with it. It felt like I was in stable mode, pushing on that thing to fly. They're fun to fly, though. I got to get some good packs for the Mobula. Some cheap packs that they come with, I about killed them. I don't get very much runtime on them now. About it. Go there. So what else is good? Josh Withrow, have you been flying? What's going on? I know you work traveling all the time, man. Been getting some whooping in? What? What you got going? You building
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
toothpicks too? That's right. Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Hey, worthless. Where you at, worthless?
That reminds me. Adam says he's got a toothpick type frame for me over there. I might have to change the Mobula over to it. Broke the Mobula frame again. I either got to buy a new Mobula frame real soon or fade it over to something else. The Mobula is fun though. Having the loops on it and stuff like that, you can just do things that and get away with things a lot easier than one without any loops. What's going on, Eric?
Hey, Eric, how you doing, brother?
You got fired.
He got fried. He's fried.
Right.
I thought you stopped smoking that stuff, Eric. He's probably out in the sun. Let me tell you, the sun's been brutal down here. No, I know about burnout, Eric. I do. I do. But I made this today. The Mad Dog won.
Right into his shoulder.
Yeah, well, you know, it wasn't the best landing, that's for sure.
It stopped.
Oh, not immediately.
He didn't have to rock.
I almost recovered, but I was still rocking and rolling, and I still crashed.
Yeah, hell with crash recovery. Yeah. You gotta love that, huh? Smack
Crash,
yourself
recover, crash.
Smack yourself and you get to try it twice.
And that's when I decided, okay, it's time to call it a day. You know, I got my maiden in, and let the maiden not be his last flight. So here you go.
Yeah, he ran into himself with it. Yes, Kenny.
Yeah, I caught myself in the shoulder, Kenny. It's Mad Dog's fault. He got me flying these low rates, and I saw it coming at me. And yes, it is, Eric. especially when you got some downward momentum and then you go to hit the gas and it doesn't quite respond quite as quick as you thought it would, because I didn't give it enough throw on the throttle. So wham! It got me about like that. Bam! Yes. Well, Kenny, that's why I'm called the flying lunatic, okay? No, Eric, you know, it's just getting used to the rakes. I'm going to fly a few more packs with these rakes because I had what I think are some good moments. You know, I still haven't looked at the footy yet. So, you know, it's just different. It's just not what I'm used to. It takes more, yes, I did, Josh.
Exactly. Hot dog.
I mean, because I would love them, but I mean, I'm always been one to buzz the tower. I've always buzzed the tower. It's just, you know, try not to be quite that close with a 5-inch, you know.
If you've got the footy yet, you got to make sure you tag Ben Formals in that. Tell him you were out hot dogging. Hashtag it hot dogging.
Oh, it's filmed, Eric. It should be in both the goggles and hopefully on my Firefly too. So that hopefully with the Firefly you'll be able to hear the sound of the impact. And me saying, "Oh!"
You'll be able to hear. He didn't hit his head, but you might be able to hear the hollowness still.
You know, Kenny, don't be putting ideas in my head, man. Come on. If I was going to do that, oh, that's a cool lithophane, man. That's very cool. That's Gandalf. Fly, you fool.
I thought you'd like that. I had to print it up when I found it online.
Okay, Mike, you gotta let me know. I want one of those, so you let me know, you know, how much, okay?
Oh, I'll print you one off. It's a tiny one.
Man, I am such a ward of the plant.
That kind of size, you know what I mean? So it's not big, but it was a pretty good litho. Oh. So yeah, anybody got big plans for the weekend to go fly? Who's going flying this weekend?
Hell yeah, you damn right I'm going flying.
Plumit's supposed to be here so we can make plans to go fly, dang it. Work's till 3 on Saturday, so tough to even fly. This Saturday, actually, I got graduation party all day Saturday, so I won't be doing much Saturday. I'm going to take the odds just in case.
I saw you rolling that shoulder, Mike. What are you having sympathy pains or what?
I've had surgery on my shoulder before, so my shoulder blade locks up and pops and whatnot. So we've been doing some sealing work today, so it's aching a little bit today.
Yeah, sealing work sucks.
We're
moving
popcorn off a ceiling.
Brown Dog, cheers, brother. How you doing, man? Good day in the land down under. That's awesome, Kenny.
Well, hopefully the weather's good for you, because ours has been hit and miss. We're finally starting to get a break in the weather where it's just kind of dry, but it's getting hot. Like heat index of 95 or something like that yesterday. Like, geez.
Yeah, well, I really feel bad for you, Mike. We've been in the hundreds down here.
Well, that ain't that much hotter, man.
Well, no, I know.
15 degrees ain't much hotter, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Our humidity just makes it feel like I said in the shade, it was like dripping off yesterday. It's miserable. I like it dry. I don't mind hot. Like we went down to Texas. It wasn't bad down there. I had a good time. You know, I didn't die down there in Texas at all for the 4 or 5 days we were down there. But yeah, it wasn't the heat like we had here. If we had those temperatures here, we'd be all drenched and soaked. It's makes you don't want to even move because your clothes are sticking to you and everything else.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and that's the thing. Well, down here of late, over the last 20 years that I've been in Florida, I've never been further than 5 miles from the coast, and what a difference that makes. Because
Right?
if you're out in the middle of, where there's no sea breeze or the breeze don't blow, when the wind ain't blowing and it's hot and humid, that's
Yep.
horrible.
Yeah, we've been working the condos I'm working on. There's 13 buildings, and it's called Sylvan Pines. So we're talking like, you know, 50-foot, 60-foot pine trees wrapping this whole thing. Like
Yeah,
all
you
kinds
get
of
no
pine
air.
damage. And the main reason we're doing it is because of all the green damage off the trees all over the buildings and whatnot. So we're rinsing and touching up, and some of the walls that are beat up from the sun and wore out, touching them up and recoating and things like that, doing some decks and stuff. But there's 13 buildings. Each building has between 6 to 8 units in each, and they're 2 stories. So it keep us busy for a bit. There's only been like 2, maybe 3 of us working at a time on it.
You doing the interior or the exterior?
Exterior, all the exterior. Then we're gonna do it two a year, but because it's a housing community, condominiums that you know the community decided they didn't want to do 2 buildings a year. They just want to do touch-ups instead. So we'll see.
So if it's new construction, would you rather be doing exterior or interior?
On new construction, oh, I'll do new construction. It don't matter, but mostly interior is what I like to do. I can jam
But
on some interior
the
work.
problem is with interior work is if the place isn't done yet, there ain't no AC in there.
Well, it depends. We don't do a whole lot of new construction ourselves. Like my boss, he built a $560,000 home a couple years, 2, 3 years ago, or whatever, that he just finally sold out or whatever. But other than that, we don't do a whole lot of new construction stuff. But we were doing drywalling in there, and so we did some of the floor work, some of the tile work. So I mean, we do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, hanging doors, all that kind of stuff here and there. So we're more handyman anymore, it seems. Like I said, we were pulling popcorn off the ceilings. That's a drywaller's job, or
Oh God!
it's not a painter's job. We'll come in and
Hey,
paint it, but a drywaller needs to pull it because it needs to be pulled right, and then it needs to be skimmed properly. That's
yeah.
a painter's job. If you want it done right and you want a good skim, you get a drywaller to do it. Somebody with the experience.
God, can you even imagine how is it that popcorn was ever a rage, huh? Because everybody
It
did pop.
hides everything though, just like your knockdown. You go to apartments and everything. All the apartments nowadays are all knockdown because it hides all the blemishes so easy for them. Get a little ding, throw a little mud in there, smooth it off with your thumb, and paint over it. It's good to go. Popcorn, that's actually harder than knockdown, but popcorn will
Yeah,
get all the dirt and everything and the blemishes in your ceiling
yeah.
and whatnot. And they always like to put that sparkle in it to give it more shine and glimmer off your stuff for your lighting and whatnot. Back in the early days, it was always they had that glitter and sparkle all through the popcorn ceiling. Yep. I hate even putting that stuff on. That's the worst. We've had to do touch ups and stuff like that. I've done some drywall stuff here and there. Yeah, popcorn and knockdown both. Knockdown, if you get the knockdown mix just right, it's easy, but you got to be quick with it. As far as popcorn, that's crap. Stuff gets everywhere,
Yeah, yeah, it does.
especially if you're air blowing it.
I put a number of recessed cans in a popcorn ceiling, and it sucked.
Yeah.
So, Eric's going fishing this weekend. Eric, when are you going to start building that damn Paducah boat, brother? Everybody needs to bug RC Crazy about getting that build put together. Everybody I've seen that does
the FPV and all that stuff going. I haven't really had a chance to watch many videos, but I didn't see too many alerts for RC Crazy about flying FPV.
That's because he flew the Tyro 99 once or twice. It has a piece of shit VTX on it that overheats and then just loses signal and whatever. Everybody I know got the Tyro 99 pretty much has replaced just about every part except for the frame.
I heard the motors were pretty decent. That's what I heard. But the ESCs, they're all right. Nothing special, but ESCs don't make the quad really. The flight.
The one he has is a 4-in-1.
But yeah, that's what I mean. The ESC. It was a good stack. It was almost like the Mamba stack. It's like the HDLRC stack, isn't it?
Not sure. The main complaints I heard about it was the camera that came with it and the VTX.
And the VTX system. Video transmitters like that, I found are junk, and they don't transmit very good as far as evenly on your band, so they get a lot of bleed over as well. But they're cheap. I mean, what is it? $9-10 for one of them? So it's easy to throw a $100 quad together for it. You know what I mean? Considering what it is for $100, it's enough to get you in the air, and that's all it needs to be. It gets you building the basics of it. That VTX, even the way that they had it mounted and everything, I don't like nothing about that, dude. I'd be getting it inside that cage and everything. Protect that thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I think they kind of put it on the outside because they knew it had an overheating problem to begin with.
Well, all VTXs heat up. So, yeah. They're trying to cool, but that VTX I don't think can fit inside the cage because it's so thick and fat.
Yeah.
So they had to mount it up there. It just happened to fit in the frame up there in between the two bars. So that's what they do, though. With these shoes, you know. They never put out a high-end quality quad ever. Yeah, I know. Their goggles are all right. Their quads are all right. It's enough to get you started, though. It's a cheap budget type thing.
And you learn a lot along the way putting it together.
Soldering that together, even the Tyro 79 or the Tyro 99, either one, will teach you basic quad skills as far as where you got to connect things, how you got to connect things. For $100, the first one I built cost me $300. So I don't know what you guys are complaining about. You know what I mean? It wasn't no $100 build purchase like that out there when I started building quads 3 years ago almost. There wasn't a kit like that. The only $100 kit you could find was you go on to UAV Features and you pull up his $99 build and hope that it's good enough for you and that you can get the parts that he got at the cost he got them. But he's an affiliate of Banggood, so, you know, yeah. So he's buying cheaper parts. Yeah. Anyway, then you get what you pay for it. If you don't like shopping Banggood and do your best, probably ain't going to like that $99 build that he has. You're going to end up upgrading it. From what I've seen, he has an upgraded one on there that's the same on that same list. There's a $99 and then there's an upgraded $99 build. got a little bit better parts onto it, and it's actually, I think it ends up being close to about 160, 170, and that's actually not a bad build.
Oh, really, Kenny? That's cool, man. Haven't had any chocolate. I've had some gummy bears, enhanced gummy bears. Let's put it. Kind of creeps up on you. It's kind of fun. It ain't kind of like it's not the same as the smoke, but I guess you know that.
We did the cheesy with choy chow mein for dinner, so snacking on M&M's now.
I'm a little more old school. I like to puff the magic dragon, live by the sea.
Kenny, are you thinking about getting out a big drone and going and checking for tornadoes? I mean, it's only a watch, right? That's what you're doing, right? Just trying to watch for them. Get some good footage. You can get some touchdowns, maybe.
Wow, around $500, Edge. Wow.
If you got a good GPS drone, it shouldn't be too bad. Something like a Mavic or Phantom or something. It should handle the winds pretty good for a while. My HS100 is brushed motors on it, so anything over about 6-7 mile an hour winds, it starts getting like this up there. It's not a very stable bird.
Hey, Kenny, sounds like some good footy to me, brother.
Right.
You might see Dorothy swirling around in her little house. Or what was that movie? What was that movie with what's her name? Twister.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I like watching that one. Where they're out there doing the storm chasing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that Sissy that loves it in that?
One thing I heard is if you see a tornado and it doesn't look like it's moving,
Yeah,
that means it's coming right for you. Yeah, with Helen Hunt, exactly correct, Kenny. I always had a thing for Helen Hunt. I thought she was cute. Or is. I mean, I don't know how cute she is now. She was cute in the movie. She might be an old bag now.
He said, "Send some sparks to the
Oh,
ball.
yeah, we have
We'll
cows.
chase some drones. We'll chase some tornadoes with some drones."
And hey, Drone Daddy. And then she said, another cow. And the other guy goes, I think it's the same one. It's just coming around again, you know?
Looping. That was funny footage, too. Could you imagine if they actually would have had to make that footage instead of just like, videography?
Yeah.
The set would have been crazy.
So who saw
Take live footage or something, somewhere.
Who saw the windsurfer of the guy off? I think it was Daytona Beach, and thunderstorm came through or whatever, and took his ass off the water and flew him right into the side of a condo. That was a classic.
He rode it all the way to the scene of the crash. When's this Hangouts gonna go away on, Ed? Do we know? Does anybody know when Hangouts is supposed to officially go away?
August 1st.
August 1st is quick strange.
So then it'll be time to do
20 days. 19.
it'll be time to do what's the one there? Zoom.
Yeah, but Zoom only allows you to have one other person on your stream unless you pay for it. And it's like $15 US or something like that a month. So
Yeah. but I'm thinking about it.
The other way to do it is through Skype and OBS or whatever. You can broadcast through YouTube that way.
But can you do Skype with YouTube Direct without having to fool with OBS?
I don't think so. I don't know if you can or not. You might be able to. I think
Because they're
full Skype pulls it through OBS or whatever. But OBS is free, but it takes up more bandwidth, and Skype also takes up more bandwidth with the video and whatnot to be able to run Skype. I think Centroid was saying that he can only run like 5 or something like that, 6 maybe.
well, you need to have a fairly decent computer to run OBS too.
He's got the same computer I got, but he upgraded it about $300-400 more.
Yeah, well, then it's not the same computer anymore, is it?
So, Google Dual, huh? Can you have multiple, like more than 2? Because I mean, like Hangouts right now, you can have up to 9. If you pay for Zoom, you can have up to 100 people on the stream through Zoom. And the thing about Zoom, the nice thing about that is paying for it, you're not paying for the program so much as you're paying for their bandwidth, because they run the program through their bandwidth. So you're not killing your bandwidth to try to run it on. And you can still use your OBS through it too. So Zoom might be the way to do it. Shut down his channel. Why is that?
Really?
Wasn't getting enough viewership?
Well, he was on all the damn time. I mean, you know.
Well, yeah, he, all the time doing the same thing over and over and over, which is great if you're doing tutorials or something, but it's not going to build your channel much. He's got to do more content type driven and not stream driven if he wants to build more. That's like this. I don't care to do 2-hour stream here, 2-hour stream there, 2-hour stream there, 2-hour stream there, try to schedule things. I'd rather do like one time a week, do a couple hours or something like that to be getting some screen time. And then the rest you have to build off your video. Put more videos out, short videos that people watch. Don't make them 10, 15-minute videos. Throw a 15-minute video in every now and then or something with the recap type stuff or things like that, you know. Maybe an unboxing or something, but try to keep them shorter than 4 or 5 minutes so that you keep the viewership going, keep the interest of the people that are watching your channel, and make sure that the content's worth watching.
And the other thing I'd like to mention,
over and over and over, how many times can you teach them how to build something in the Adobe program? There's so many companies out there, or so many channels out there that are professional companies that are paid to do it, that have spokes type people doing the stuff, that you don't have to hear stutter, or they don't have to worry about waiting on lag or waiting on load. You know, they'd rather watch that than maybe a channel that we're waiting on the computer to catch up. So,
well, the other thing too, I would say that anybody is when you publish, when you make your video live, makes a lot of difference, because I miss good stuff all the time, just because when it shows up on the screen.
I never get anything. I usually post towards the afternoons or evenings so that I can get more views. Usually, if I post early in the morning, like first thing in the morning, usually I don't get a whole lot of views because everybody's gone to work. By the time they get home from work, their YouTube channel is so blown up that they don't see the post from way down there from 9 o'clock this morning because it's 6 o'clock in the evening now. They've had 50 more videos posted today throughout the day, plus all the live streams that are posted there.
Exactly. And see, I rang too many bells, too many damn bells when I started doing the YouTube thing. So I can't even look at notifications because the list is too long. And so what I do, I go to the subscription page, and what I see is the latest videos that have been put up in descending order. So I go down, oh, there's what so-and-so, there's Centroid, there's Cardosa, there's whoever. and that's who I click. So, I mean, the first thing I do after, if I get a comment on my channel, I always go to that channel and check out one of their videos, give them a full view or whatever. But once I've taken care of that business, I'll hit the subscription page and then I'll just see who's their latest, you know? And so as a result, you miss a lot. I mean, because the thing is, there is not enough hours in the frickin' day to check out everybody's videos that everybody posts.
Exactly.
No, there's no way.
I've been having
Hell, I couldn't keep. EVR is a classic example.
I got
you know, keeping up with his ass.
Yeah, I got subscribers that I'm at almost 1,000. So if I'm there, I've got probably close to almost 2,000 subscribed people that I'm subscribed to. So that's, you know, depends on your channel. It's not everybody that I'm subscribed to is subscribed back to me, I'm sure. But it could be the other way too. So
what the thing is, Mike, is what I've started doing, because I had a problem with I would go to subscribe to somebody because they said something that I liked or whatever, and
yeah,
I would get this message
thing and subscribe back or whatever. Okay, I'll check out your channel. Thanks for stopping in. Kind of, yeah.
But I would get this message that like you were subscribed to too many people compared to your number of subscribers, and it would block me from subbing to that people. So I had to get rid of some people, and I would go down like, they never come by my way, so why in the hell am I sub to them?
Well, YouTube actually, it pretty much had you flagged as a sub for sub type thing because you were subbing so many people.
So to me, the way I look at it now, you know,
guys, watch out, Fred. He's a spammer.
Who?
You. You're a spammer.
Oh, I'm a spammer.
Yeah, awesome.
See, I don't even know what that term means.
Spam to me is someone that they're just stopping by. They didn't watch your video. They just stopped in. They dropped a comment. Nice one. Left and took off. They didn't give you any view time or anything. They just gave you a quick comment to make it look good.
Oh, well,
same comment that they leave on every single video that they watch. Is that, hey, good one, good one, good one, nice one,
yeah,
nice one.
No, I hear you. See,
and you hit each video. When you pull it up on your channel and you watch it from your channel, if you're logged in, it'll tell you there's some that there's up for review or whatever as a spam folder. And you go over there and they'll be like, hey, wait a second, like Kush FPV's hit mine a few times because it was a short, quick comment or something. And maybe he's left that same comment too many times, or it was that generic of a comment that YouTube picked it up and threw it to a spam folder. So I got to go over and approve it so that it'll go to my comment.
Well, here's the deal, and here's what I learned through Tracy Treasures, giving her a shout out right now, whatever, but she talked a lot about that. And one of the things I'm willing to bet that I have never showed up in anybody's spam folder. Because once I start watching a video, I watch it all the way through. I may never be back. I may never come back again.
I may not even leave a comment, but I'll give you a thumbs up and I'll watch the video all the way through. You know, I can't get commenting and commenting and commenting over.
I know, and people say, and you're right.
That guy just, oh yeah, I'm just leaving a comment because I'm leaving a comment. You know what I mean? So I'd rather give them the full watch time, give them a thumbs up, say hi to them in chat, and say, oh man, nice video, chat. I like that section, this or that, something like that. But unless it was really, really, you know, or you can see a big change in things, like I'll watch 5 or 6 videos and all of a sudden I'll comment, hey man, I can see the progression that you're doing or something like that or whatever, you know, throughout the time. Like EVR. I mean, could you imagine trying to comment on all the EVR's videos?
No way.
The whole
No,
day.
you'd be
They spend
saying,
half the day watching them and the other half of the day commenting, and then he's going to give you a thumbs up and comment back. So you got to go back and comment. Wait, no, we're not going to play this comment. Then you get spammed for that too. If there's too many comments going in one comment, like reply, you'll get a spam type thing on there too. So you got to watch that too. But yeah, I definitely try to give it the full view at least and a thumbs up. And you know, if it was a cool song or I liked the scene or this or that, or you know, something catches me off, I'll throw the comment in real quick and say hi. Or but I try to give it around. It's not always the same person that I'm commenting on.
here's the deal though, Mike, is that
I'll be watching two videos at once too, and all of a sudden this one I'm watching for a second, and that one ends, and I'm like, all right, well I'm not going back and watching the whole thing to comment again. And I'm already on to another video or something by then.
the only thing I'm saying, Mike, is that if you don't comment, they will never know you were there.
Right. If it's somebody new to the channel that they've dropped in, they said, "Oh man, I saw you on a channel," or I don't recognize the name, something like that, or like a new subscriber or something like that. Get a new subscriber and then they leave a comment on the video when they subscribe. I'll go over to their channel and check their channel and try to find like a minute, 2 minute video or something like that, or even their video, you know, intro for their page or whatever, you know, thing like that, and try to leave a comment. Hey, checked out your channel or whatever. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll thank them in my comment for stopping in or something like that. You know, I'll try to make a special note for that, you know. But if it's like I've had, you know, EBR, are you going to post every one of his videos? No, probably. You might leave one here, one there. You know, but I try to give them, you know, watch time here and there. Like in the mornings when I get up in the morning, I'm here for a couple hours, waking up, gathering up for work. So I've got videos going while there's nothing else going on. No live streams going or this or that. So I'll turn on the videos and be watching videos that got posted from the last day, you know, going through my sub list, checking the videos. Oh, there's a 3-minute video. Check that one out or whatever. Drop a comment here, drop a comment there, that kind of thing. That's my video watch time. Once I get home from work, well, I got 2 packs charged now. I flew 2 packs. I came in. I ate, made dinner or whatever. I came in, do the live stream. This is over at 9 o'clock, and we've got officially until like 9:50 by the sunset rule. So we'll see. It was kind of windy earlier, and the mosquitoes might be out then too. And I don't know. It's been hot, so I don't know if I want to put jeans on. So I may not fly those other 2 packs today. They may wait until I get home from work tomorrow. I don't know.
So when is sunset?
The sunset's officially 9:20 according to the Weather Channel and whatnot.
Oh, really?
So I've got until 9:30 because we got a half hour after sunset. So a recreational flyer. And if I do go out and fly, it'll probably be like the Ghost, which has those tiny LEDs on the bottom. And if they can't see that thing coming, they got some blinders on.
Hey, Dr. Drone, how you doing?
Welcome in, man. Good to have you. Got you some juice there, buddy. Yeah. Sub spammer, yeah.
Talk about somebody who has made a lot of progress in a short amount of time. That would be Dr. Drone. It's amazing because, like, what, 3 months ago, he's flying around his little whoop that he had a little AIO stuck on, you know?
Hey, whatever works, man. I got one of those. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh. Just like that. That's how you do it, man.
There you go.
You just get that baby up. Whatever gets you FPV and in the air is how you do it, man. You know?
But I mean, he's been doing not only the FPV, but he's gone all acro and stuff. It's awesome. And Dr. Drone is another one. You can't keep up with his videos because he's posting full.
Yep. Does get quite a few videos.
So I appreciate you, Dr. Drone, and you've made great progress. And I just say cheers to you, brother.
If I had more time, I could put up more videos. There's lots of videos that I could put up. I could just start putting flight after flight after flight. There's lots of them there. I flew 2 packs today without crashing, so I mean, they were just cruising around here at the trailer park though. Nothing exciting, just getting out. Make sure them sticks are still moving. Played with some OSD stuff, and one of my quads, I wasn't getting my telemetry right. I forgot to turn the rxsr back on when I flashed it the last time. I had to make sure things were working, and I changed some pitch bids a little bit just to jump because I was getting a little bounce on the front end with the GoPro heavy. So change pitch and smooth that out a little bit. Who knows? Last time we went flying, Adam was supposed to bring his laptop, and we forgot to bring it or whatever. So we're going to do some adjusting and tuning and whatnot. He's like, the heck with it. But that was at the band, though. So it wasn't really a good spot to try to do a whole lot of PID tuning either. Need more grassy areas so you can do your rolls and pitches and things like that. PID tuning or rate tuning, either way. Michael,
Yes, I did, Michael.
what's going on, buddy?
I
He
mean,
had the new quad today. Yes, he did. Like a bat out of hell.
it was a bat from hell.
Yeah, batted you right in the shoulder.
Yeah,
Today,
Michael,
crash and landing techniques today, Michael McReynolds. Ed decided to try to land on his shoulder today with his quad. He thought that thing was so tuned up he was going to land on his shoulder. That's what he gets for getting a quad from MD. He thought it was all tuned so smooth and perfect it was going to do everything for him.
it was just a little too smooth, that's all.
Oh, man.
I can't wait to check the footy.
I don't know how many times I've come close. Well, I've posted some videos where I've come close too, haven't I? Where it was like, oh, wow. Threw that baby off to the side, hit the old disarm button on. I was like, okay, let's regain composure off of that one.
Yeah, but don't they sound awesome when they whiz by your head?
I think it's cool, especially if you got like extra cams going or this or that. Like I've been recording the audio, so I've flown by myself or whatever, trying to get that audio. And it does sound pretty cool when you
I love it, Michael.
drop wash.
Hey,
is cool.
I had a good time, even though it was just one pack.
Rob, what's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Hey, Rob, what's up, man?
Notice I got that out there first before they started calling you by your YouTube channel.
And who you calling an old timer? You ain't no spring chicken yourself, Rob.
He just saves more to try to keep it cleaned up. I like looking like his friends, the goats.
The ghost was the most.
Yeah, I might have some of his goats beat. I don't know.
Oh, ghost, not ghost. Okay. Okay, that gives you privilege to say it, huh, Rob? Okay, I got you on there, brother. So in other words, you're calling yourself a fellow old timer, are you?
Yeah, hats, right.
I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest old timer here.
I'm only 47. I'm young.
Oh, hell, you're still a kid, man.
Oh, no, I'm not a kid. I'm just not old. Midlife.
You don't have to be
They say the average is like 70s to 80s these days. So, I mean, I only got another 20 some years to go anyway. So, that's midlife. I'm over halfway. I'm loving it, man. I almost turned it off when I chopped off all the hair. I almost chopped the goatee. I was like, oh, I don't know, man. It's got that straight down the center. It's all natural, so yeah. That's great. I hate it when we're painting though, man. I got out there spraying some paint. We did some oil base, man. It looked like cotton candy ball down there. Blue paint. Oh, it gets rough. The hard part was scrubbing it back out. You got to use some kind of chemical type stuff. The skin on your face is a little more sensitive, so yeah. I'm not that old. I try to play it well with the guys at work and whatnot, but they're all like 27, something like that. So I got like,
Well, those are the kids.
I'm the senior to them. And the customers, you know, I keep the grays going. The customers treat me more respectful that way too, you know. And they automatically look at me as the supervisor and not the other guys. They're like, oh yeah, he's wearing painter's clothes. He's got gray hair. He's the pro.
Yeah, because it's always the boss that has the gray hairs.
Well, my boss is never around.
Well, what I mean
drops us off at the job, and then it's, you know, so usually I'm running the job, making sure things are done or whatever. And we've got one or two guys that help us or whatever. The other guy that is generally helping me he's like 27, but he acts more like he's 40. He's got maturity to him, kind of thing, you know, which is good. He's been through a lot. He's got 2 kids and just bought him a trailer and all that kind of stuff. So he's really doing things right. Both got cars, all that kind of thing. So the other guys that work for us are like, one guy's an alcoholic and a pill popper, so he's like always coughing up blood and this and that, so he can't make it in. You know? Almost every Monday for sure he's not going to make it. Like tomorrow's Friday, we've already planned he's not going to be in tomorrow, so we're going to go over and do this, you know, that kind of thing. And then this other kid next door, he's just, yeah, he's trailer park, and he was raised in the trailer park all his life. He's lived in the same trailer park pretty much all his life. His mom lives down the street. He's got that mentality, you know. And so he thinks he's entitled or something, and stands around with his thumb in his butt half the time on his phone and smoking cigarettes. And hard to get him to do anything. Whatever. That's what it is. Some people
hard to find good help nowadays.
When I got out of high school, 3 days after I graduated and walked across the stage for my diploma, I was in basic training. So I kind of got it instilled to work your ass off when I got out of high school. And before that, I was working jobs and everything throughout junior high. From 7th grade on, I had a job part-time, at least doing papers or, you know, whatever, delivering Detroit Free Press at 7 o'clock in the morning, then going to school all day, coming home and then doing it all over all week long, you know, doing that and McDonald's and worked this automotive stuff, doing co-op jobs through high school. Yeah, I busted my ass all my life. I've barely ever been off work. So, to me, it's just expected, you know? These other people, they're like, oh, man, I've never had a full-time job. You want me to do what? It's like that. We get a lot of them through our company, you know? We're not like a big company. And we're all paid under the table kind of thing, you know? 1099 supposedly, whatever. But, yeah. If I kept them legit, I probably wouldn't be working there. Right, you got to buy beer.
Good point, Mark.
Got at least 20 hours this week, man. 12 pack.
I don't know, Mark. It's hard to figure sometimes, you know. I don't know. And that's what scares me about the not to get political, but I am, in that
upbringing.
So many of the kids are going to be that can vote and have no idea how the real world works.
I try to blame it all on the upbringing. The problem is that puts it on our generation, doesn't it? Damn it.
No, it puts it on Maybe.
It's on our generation if it's the ones raising that generation. You know, that next generation. And they're not doing it right. I don't know. I've got one kid still home out of 5. Okay. My oldest is 27. My youngest is 18. What's the problem here, people? You know?
The thing is that there's a lot more outside influences than the parents these days.
Well, it's
because of the way everything's so connected. And so what's the kid gonna do? He's gonna pick the rosier scenario that he sees. Like, oh yeah, I'd love to have free college. I'd love to have free this and free that. And they're all into that until they get older and they start making some money, and then they're like, oh wait, I don't want to pay taxes like that.
My kid's got about close to $3,000 he's still got to come up with to cover his whole first year at college. So yeah, he knows he's come up with quite a bit. That he's going to actually a decent college. It's Alma College here in Michigan, and it's more of a privatized type college than a cheap one. So it's like going to cost him like around $50,000 with housing and everything included and everything. It's going to cost him like $50,000, I think, for the first 2 years or something while they have him. Yeah. But
Dano.
a lot of that's covered through, grants and scholarships and stuff like that. But he's had to work for that stuff, you know what I mean? So it wasn't just sit around on your butt and go, okay, I barely passed. He worked his butt off. He's in, first chair band, this, that, and the other thing, marching band and tennis club, and he's doing lots. So, yeah. Be good. Hopefully he keeps on the same track that he's going right now, and everything's good. He's only going to be like 45 minutes away or something like that, so it's not like he's far. But another month or so. It's good, the middle of August, folks.
Mark, I will agree with you 100%.
I have more money for Jones when I ain't having to feed him.
I mean, the first kid that has some kind of issue in school or whatever, what do? They give him, they call him ADHD and start medicating him. And, Mark, I know you're a teacher, and I was very fortunate in the first 9 years of my schooling to have very good teachers. But for every good teacher, there's some crappy ones too that are just plain lazy and don't encourage the kids. And if it's a smart kid and they aren't challenged, they get bored, and then they consider them ADHD. So I think that's an overused term. I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things out there that they don't know how to deal with, so they just put a pill to it. And it's a sad thing. But they do it with adults, they do it with children, they do it all over, all that stuff. So it's pharmaceuticals, it's the government, there's so many different ways you could say about it. We don't even want to get into that, do we, Rob? We don't even want to get into that. Pharmaceuticals and all that.
Yeah.
We'd have to open up a whole new channel for that one. I'll be Joan. What's going on? Parker, I love you, brother. Thanks for stopping in, man. Been out flying, Parker? I haven't had a chance to get to too much video watching the last couple of days. Did some live streaming last night. Tuesday night, of course, with UFTA crew. Parmesan food, brothers. Fake disease. There you go. Yeah. So, There's so many scams. This is yeah. If you got enough money and you got enough pull here and there, you can do quite a bit, and it ain't even got to be legal. What's politicians stand for? Oh, yeah,
Awesome, Parker.
golden
I,
eye.
you're an unfamiliar name.
I don't know if we're gonna get much of the golden eye. Looks like we got a little overcast.
Oh, nice to meet you, Parker.
Yeah, Parker's good people there.
See, I don't even know Parker. I've never seen Parker before.
Parker, I found Parker, I think, over probably UFDA crew or Hot Dog, something like that. One of those streams I found him on.
Well, I got him now, so there you go.
Yep, trying to build, trying to get around, find new people, new pilots. If you don't watch other pilots and you don't associate, communicate with other pilots, you're not going to advance anywhere. You're not going to learn things. That's kind of why we got this. I mean, this, I don't know. I was hoping for good things for this channel, and so far it's been somewhat educational. I mean, we've picked some drones here and there, troubleshooting things, and if all else, hang out and kill some time talking about drone stuff and drone related stuff or non-drone related stuff or whatever. Kind of like the UFDA crew. I mean, it's not always drone related over there. It gets around. Hot dog tends to be more teamed, hot dog type related, but it wanders at times too. Yeah, hot dog's good people. I put in my audition for them once. Might have to do it again. Now they got some good camera and a little bit more stick time, a few more packs, and some video editing type skills. Maybe I'll have to do something. Still got to put some video together for Chuck yet for the darn new crew channel. Never have done that. He's the one that introduced me to Adam and seen on the proper that I at least give him some footage to put back towards the new channel. I got to go to Lumapalooza. Palladian Scientist UFO Builder. How's it going, brother? How's the build? Haven't been over there to see it lately. Last time I seen it, it almost had like a shell body to it and everything.
With us today, Dano. Managed to hit myself in the shoulder with it, but no, all my birds are not flying, but this one's flying.
Look at that, Parker. We all love you here, brother. Not just me.
Dano's been working on some proximity stuff, man. Flying under the trees, over the trees, that kind of stuff. Turtle moded out of a tree. Dano's come far. He's ahead of my ass, I'll tell you that. But see, everybody, it takes packs. You got to do packs. It's all about packs.
I mean,
yes, he had, Rob. He had.
One thing I did for myself at one time was put up myself into a challenge. It was a 30-day challenge. For 30 days, you have to fly at least a pack a day. Doesn't matter what it's on, even if it's a toy grade type drone, just fly a pack a day. Get that stick time on. Whether you're flying line of sight, you're still getting some stick time and building some skills. If you're flying FPV, you're still getting skills. If you're flying FPV Wi-Fi, you're still getting some kind of skills. You know what I mean? You may get more skills flying FPV Wi-Fi than you wanted to get, but
man, flying FPV Wi-Fi? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, I've got drones that'll do that.
Maybe with a GPS bird, man. When that screen locks up,
I got toy grade Wi-Fi and stuff. And we've got the VR goggles.
Hey, Dana,
I actually put this.
you know what that means when you broke all your shit?
Camera
That means
on
you've
the
been
Wi-Fi
flying, brother.
and your FPV VR goggles and get the video through your goggles and try to fly it that way. I've done it because that's how it's advertised. So it does work, but man, I'll tell you what, that's a pain in the butt. The Wi-Fi is so breaky, laggy.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean, man. Look, I broke like 3 freaking drones trying to fly FPV Wi-Fi, and right at a critical moment, the screen would freeze, and then the next thing I know, I'm bouncing off a damn tree, you know.
I've got one here. It's made by Hollystone, and it works off my FPV goggle, but the camera doesn't tilt, and it's straight flat camera. There's no angle to it at all. It's flat, and there's no tilt that you can do to it or anything. So it's not as fun to fly either. It was cool. It's kind of a toy grade, so it handles way different, sloppy and laggy. But for FPV to get you some goggles on and be able to fly for, I think it was like $130 or something. But it doesn't come with any goggles either. But it
Man,
does
hey,
5.8 goggles, so I can run my fat sharks with it and fly it.
playing, man, you gotta stop that. You gotta get your. I mean, you get a little AIO camera that's the transmitter and all that do 5.8 gigahertz, man. That Wi-Fi shit sucks. Unless it's a GPS drone, you can't get anywhere flying Wi-Fi FPV. I'm sorry. That's my humble opinion. You just get frustrated as shit. All right, Dan. I'll see you later, brother, man. Good to see you. Well, that ain't happening, Dan. I got some good footy. I got to put it up tonight. I'll probably be up half the night. You got to see the bird whack my shoulder, Dan.
Yeah, we want to see the bruises, man. So tomorrow, after it's all settled in and everything, and you start seeing some marks back there. Yeah. TBS for video. I've played with some AKKs lately, and I do have a Triumph, but man, I'll tell you what, Unify's always been solid for me. I've never had issues with the Unify as far as channels, this and that. I don't like the 5-volt though. I like having that extra power. It seems to be a little bit cleaner. So the 80 is usually the way I go with the Unify.
I am the flying lunatic, Dano, okay? I'm just saying.
I got the Nano now too, but I got to hook the button on it because it's at 50 milliwatts and I didn't solder the button to the side. And if you don't solder the button, the smart audio, you can't unlock it, and the smart audio doesn't change it properly. So I think it's stuck at 50 milliwatt, not at 200 milliwatt where it's supposed to be for my little TBS Nano for my 3-inch size. But yeah, I like that. That thing's small, like an rxsr receiver or a crossfire receiver. Unbelievable how some of the VTXs and stuff have gotten now.
Hey, Rob, I think I saw a video when you did the farm from the little bridge or whatever, and then you flew all the way around. And I think you did the footy off of your TBS, off your, and it was awesome, man. You flew the whole place and very little breakup. It was awesome.
Yeah, power the cam from the VTX because it's clean filtered audio already. clean as you're going to get as far as filtering through anything. It's always filtered better than the flight controller for sure. Unless, like you said, you can run through the Wolf PDB or Steel PDB.
So the rapid fire is for video.
Oh, rapid fire. Yeah, rapid fire is for video. It's the diversity module, like the True D, but it's way cleaner. Transforms video.
So what do you gotta have to use that? I mean, so it requires a goggle that you can add a module to.
Yeah, if you can add the True D Bay, the True D module, then you can use the rapid fire module. So like Fat Sharks. What else? I think some of the E-scenes can take a module. I don't know. There isn't too many that are out there that take Sky Zones. Some of those I think take modules, so you could use it there. What else take it? That's pretty much all the big ones.
So what makes it different? What makes rapid fire so
Rapid
special?
fire is video diversity, not antenna diversity, which means it takes the best video feed and puts it there, not the best antenna signal and puts it there. And it mixes, from my understanding, it mixes so that as it crosses over with your video feed, the bad feed and the good feed, so that you get a cleaner fit feed instead of like a switch back and forth like an antenna diversity where it switches the antenna and you get a break for a second. It doesn't have that break so much. Am I right about that, Rob? I still haven't gotten the rapid fires yet. Hopefully those will be coming soon. I tried to get my friend Howie down the road here to get onto the Fat Sharks or something so that he could use the modules and whatnot. Then when I upgrade, I could just hand them down or whatever, like my True D or whatever. But he got E-Sheen box goggles instead. So he went from LaForge. See, I went from True D. That's what I'm going from. I bought the Fat Sharks that had the Attitude V4s, and they had the Fat Shark basic module. It wasn't a diversity module. It was just a single module. They had that in there, and then I went and bought the True D so that I could have the diversity, because it's only got the one bay on the Attitude V4s. So I couldn't do the LaForge unless I went to the, solid one. Thank you. I've watched a lot of videos learning about this stuff because, I was like, man, I got True D. Is it really that much better? I mean, for the cost, if it would have been here then, I might have done it then. But compared to True D, is it that much better? And supposedly it is. I could see where it would have advantages, where the Clearview tried to do the same type of thing, but they used a different type of screen system, and it kind of screwed them on it because of the breakup and whatnot wasn't clean like they've got onto the rapid fires.
Now supposedly my Vipers are, I guess they would be antenna diversity.
Yep. Yep.
But I've never noticed them switching back and forth.
I don't know. It may be a good switching that it's switching, because that one's built into a complete monitor and everything. So I don't know. Maybe their modules are different. I've never really looked into the FXT as far as how the module setup is on there or anything. And I've seen some basic reviews on them, and I got a friend that liked them, and then a few people that, like yourself, that have liked them out here or whatever. So I've never had any complaints, but I've never personally used them to know if they break up,
The thing is like like with mine, there's a display, and I can have the display on, and it'll show the strength from each antenna, whatever.
Right.
But I always turn that off because I find it distracting, so I don't watch it.
The Rapid Fire's got that with the Rapid Fire too. It's got a little bar up at the top so you can see the bars going on your diversity there too. So
Yeah, I just turn it off because it drives me crazy seeing the bars flip back and forth, you know.
all I got the RSSI signal for mine. I don't have any type of antenna, video type antenna signal. It doesn't tell me nothing on my screens. 3D is just basic. That's the one thing that's really nice about the Rapid Fire is the on-screen display features and capabilities of the Rapid Fire far exceed what any of the other modules have done. So, what's going on back from the sky? Good to have you, buddy. We're just hanging out, chilling, chatting, talking about this and that. Been out flying there? Ed, how was the first flight?
It was good.
No damage to the quad. No damage to the quad.
I took more of a beating than the bird did. No, I don't think so. Now look at Carl at through 12 3S packs. Yeah, good for you. No, there is no discernible damage to the quad. My shoulder is a different story. It's fine. I can just tell that guy hit. That's all.
That's a good day. 12 packs. Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter if they're 3S, 2S, 1S, or 4S, or 5S. As long as you're flying, 12 packs is a good day. Because even 3S packs, you're still going to get nice, easy few minutes out of it and whatnot. Still thick pack.
So what are you going to fly on the Japolero, Carlos? You going to go for 4S or what? Yeah, it's solid quad. It, Rob, it clocked me on the shoulder pretty good.
Giveaway alarm for high.
I clocked myself on the shoulder pretty good. Let me rephrase that. Carlos, I managed that because look, first of all, Carlos, men who live in glass houses should not throw stones because I've seen you hit yourself with your bird a few times too, mother.
Holy smokes. Bfight got a new F7 stack type deal out, 20 by 20, $84. Ooh, it's pretty and blue. And there's a giveaway on iFlight RC Facebook page. Go check them out, guys. Giving away a stack. Whole tower.
Hey, no problem, Carlos.
Form 1 with an FC on top. Ooh. Man, I started with 3S packs. I used to have like 4 or 5 of them. And it didn't take long. I'll tell you what, I went like 4S quick because of the cost of 3S and the cost of 4S. I was like, everybody's talking 4S, so I went to 4S. Now I got like 13 4S packs over there or something like that. Yeah, and I want to switch to 6S. So what's the cost now? Dang it. And I got to convert all the birds on top of it. Yeah.
Hey, Rob. That's why I like my Stormtrooper goggles because they do help protect against the bird strike.
It looked like, well, the way you're flying, Ed, you need a Kevlar.
I need Kevlar and shoulder pads. I need to be out there like an NFL player.
Yeah, it is marketing too, Quad Farm. Because I mean, you look at the prices, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to build me a nice little 3-incher, right? So I'm like, well, it's half the size of pack, even if I stay with 4S. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm paying like $20 for like 4S packs, your cheapies or whatever, RDQs, this or that, blah blah blah. So I figure, oh, $12 or something, right? No, you get like $3 off. They're like 17 for a 4S 850 or 20 for a 1300 4S. Wait a second, what am I missing here?
It's whatever they need to get rid of, man.
Damn price.
The lipos have a storage life of so long, so they'll throw deals on stuff that.
Yeah, you got to catch them on deals, though. I'm just saying that the standard cost, they're really getting you. That's like going from a 4S to a 6S. You can do a 4S to a 6S. Oh, everybody's got the hype, But now you got to convert all your quads. So now you got to have that. You got to have a flight controller that'll take it. You got to have VSCs that'll take it. You got to have motor. Oh, you're gonna have to get new motors. You got to go lower KV. Yeah. The only reason I'd like to go to 6S is for the longer flight times. I don't think I'd be killing my packs as much. Starting to kill my 4S packs more.
The whole thing with here's the whole thing with the S, okay, the S. Everything is like I mean I've been an electrician for 40 years, okay. Higher voltage for the same amount of power requires less current.
Right?
Current is what creates heat. So the higher the voltage, the more efficient everything is. But as you say, you have to change everything because the packs that motors we're used to flying on 4S will fly apart at 6S. That's the higher.
The only way I could do like a motor like that is if you try overcropping it, and then you're risking overcropping the motor too far, and then you're going to burn the motor from overcropping because it can't push the thrust that it needs or whatever to operate efficiently. So it's a give and take to be able to do it efficiently, and that's why like when they start going to a 6S pack, if they're on like a 1300 4S, they're going to a 6S, but they're dropping it back to like a 1050 instead of a 1300, so that they can keep that efficiency at the same level, as well as changing that motor. And when they're changing their KV on their motor, they're not just changing the KV of the motor, they're also changing the pitch on the props. They're going to a lighter pitch or this or that to keep that efficiency as well. So there's lots of changes that you have to do to go to a 6S from a 4S quad.
The way I look at it is there ain't nothing wrong with 6S, but let it be a build. Don't be converting your 4S bird to 6S. Instead, just do a new damn build.
Yeah, and that would be my plan if I go to 6S. I'm not going to necessarily convert my birds unless it's like my KISS rig or something. I may do that because it's already a V2. So there isn't a whole lot more that I have to do to convert my KISS rig up to 6 because it's got the steel PDB and it'll take it already. So, certain things, but most of mine would be a brand new build. If I go to 6S, I'm going to go to a 6S build, and I'm going to go to probably an F7 flight controller versus an F4, things like that. It'll be all type new. But I got birds here that are for us that still need new stuff onto them that are cheap beater parts that need upgrades or to get them in better working conditions. So I got plenty to do. I ain't got to worry about being 6S anytime soon.
Hey, cheers, Vampire. You know, hey, when golden hour approaches, you got to go fly, brother. If the weather's good, you got to fly, and that's awesome, Rob.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, I'm very much a noob, but every 4S I've ever flown has always had plenty of power for me. Because
yeah.
by the time it runs down, I'm ready for a break, a cold beer, and a
Oh,
smoke.
for the distance, you can always, you don't have to worry about weight if you're going for distance. So you build a quad that's made for doing that long cruise type stuff. You do a 6-inch or a 7-inch, and you put a 1500 or 2200 mile onto it, so you can do that longer thing or things like that. Change some things, but yeah, one pack charge.
Oh, well, that sucks, Vampire. What is it raining up there too? I managed to get a maiden in, but had heavy thunderstorms before, and I didn't even think I was going to fly today, but I managed it.
Vampire was in for the conversation about sticks and pinching and this and that. He's like, "Oh, I got liftoff fever going on." Talking about getting
No,
stick time.
no, he said that.
Like pinching or something. Yeah, we're getting out of here in about 8 minutes or so anyway, because I'm gonna get outside and see how the mosquitoes are out here and see if it's worth burning a pack or not. I got 2 of them charged and got 1 charged for the HS100. Depending on the wind, I may end up throwing that up, being out a little pond next door, signs if we got a decent sunset or something.
Well, don't worry about the long pants, Mike. Just spray some off on, and that'll keep them off of you.
Dude, it's been wintertime. We're just finally getting into that stuff. I gotta find that. It's like under the cupboard somewhere. Or in the camping gear, one of the two. I haven't dug out the off spray yet, man. The other night I went out and I went to go fly a couple packs. I got like 2 packs in, and the mosquitoes were just tearing my legs up out there. I was like, the heck with it, man. My legs were itching too much by then from the mosquitoes eating me up. I didn't even bother going back out. I was like, all right, time to start watching. So, yeah.
Here we got the mosquitoes, and we also got the 1090, also known as gnat.
We've had some like 90-degree weather for the last few days, but today was only like 75 or something like that. So it was a pretty nice day today, actually. And of course, the boss stuck me on an interior air conditioned house today when it was nice outside instead of the hot days, putting me on the air conditioner. Yeah, what a pain in the ass. So tomorrow it's going to be like 85 with humidity, and we're going to go back out and do some exterior work.
Of course, that's the way it always works, man.
Oh, well.
It's like when I do work on the outside of a building, when we go to do the work, it's always the sunny side.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wait a minute, I should have done this in the afternoon, or I should have done this in the morning when I was in the damn shade.
We've been fighting these condos over here. We've been fighting the sun, this and that, and the hot weather or whatever. So I've got one building almost completed, which was almost half the building that we ended up painting because one of the units is being sold and then had some big bad walls on it. And chimneys were bad. So I've got one building about half painted, almost complete for the paint job that we're supposed to do on it. And then I've got 3 other buildings that are at least prepped and another building that's like almost painted. I think I've got a couple decks to do on it and maybe one more wall that I got to do on it. And then there's 2 buildings that are totally prepped out that need to be totally painted for whatever we got to paint on them. So, yeah, we've been jumping, trying to find the shady spots and work here, work there. We'll prep this today and work in the mornings doing painting, work in the afternoons doing prepping so we can get into shady spots in the afternoons or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. I hate it when my goggles fog up because you put them up on your head for a
Yeah.
second. You change the battery pack out, and your forehead was all sweaty. You put them down, and they're like sweaty wet. It's not like fog; it's just moisture from your forehead sticking to them. Oh man, I do tend to wear the hat a lot, so that when I put my goggles on my forehead, they're kind of across this area, so it's not hitting in my forehead as much. Kind of rust there better, and it doesn't happen as much. But it hasn't been hot enough, I guess, while I've been flying to necessarily have to use my fan yet on my goggles this year, so that's kind of a bonus. But then I found that I use it more. The fan on my goggles, I found that I use it more in the winter time because of the cold on your goggles, and when you put them on your face and your eyes get warm, so they fog your goggles up more. So I find that I use the fan on my goggles more in the winter time here. Summertime, we're usually in shaded spots and this and that. We're only in Michigan. It's not like it's deadly heat. I mean, it's not like it's quad farm weather or something. Or try six. That spot you've been hitting, dude. I love that little. When you go out to the country and you hit that little isolated spot with all the rocks and whatnot, all those little gaps, you've been hitting that so many times. You got that place wired. Fun watching you fly it. Never been to New York. Been to Virginia and down the coast to North Carolina, and then I've been Georgia, and I've been through all the middle states, all the way across the top, Washington, Oregon, all the way down Arizona, Texas, Mexico, all those. So I've been to all but maybe 12 states in the United States. At least been through them, or traveling. We traveled when I was younger. We traveled. I was born in California. And my mom wanted snow, so when I was about 7, we moved to Michigan. Now I've been stuck in Michigan, kind of. Well, I guess not stuck. Don't be stuck, but I've been in Michigan pretty much ever since. But we've gone some trips where we traveled down to California. We drove back and forth. We never flew. We always drove back and forth from Michigan to California. So it was good travel time. Being able to stop, take like a week-long trip and travel across the states from Michigan to California, hitting some spots here and there.
That's funny, Vampire. I don't know how people up north put up with all that white crap.
He's a snow suck. I love snow. But see, I did 3 years in Alaska too, so Michigan kind of prepped me for that. When I got up to Alaska, we had tons and tons and tons of snow and too cold to enjoy it. Michigan, you got snow and not enough to enjoy it. So I got up to Alaska. I'm like, all right, man. When I was at AIT, I almost traded to go to Hawaii. I was like, I was set for Alaska. And the other guy's like, oh, that'd be cool or whatever. So we almost traded. I almost went down to Hawaii, but I said, well, shit, I'm from Michigan, so I can actually, do some real skiing now. Because we've only got hills here. We don't have mountains in Michigan. We've got hills. So I figured I'd do some real skiing. Yeah, okay. We got some real skiing up there, but man, I got some cold ass weather to go with
Yeah, right.
it. I can say I slept in a 10-man tent with what they call a Yukon stove. It's a metal box basically that pumps unleaded gasoline through it into a burner plate, and it burns and heats, and it has an exhaust stack out the top of it. A 10-man canvas tent at negative 89 degrees outside.
Ouch. Negative 89
We
degrees.
were not allowed to go out to do any exercises because it got so cold. We could work at like negative 50. They'd let us go out there and do stuff, but it was limited. But it was like an Arctic freeze type area. It was like a 30-day field problem that we were out on. And for like 4 days during that problem, it got like up in Nome and Fairbanks, Alaska, it got negative 89 degrees out there. So we were pretty much isolated to hanging out in a 10-man tent with this stove. And every once in a while, somebody have to go out and change the fuel. Every once in a while, somebody have to go out and make sure that the heater was going on the truck out there where we had our little garbage can and a plywood board and a toilet seat on, so we could put our bags, for our outhouse. We go out, hang out into the Hummer real quick, Arctic heater on, take rotations. Somebody go start the heater. I'll be next. Your turn. Well, hang out playing spades and shit all day long.
The thing is, Vampire, where are you at, Vampire? You're up north, because I'm telling you, you can be naked.
I want to see he's like,
Yeah, you'll still be hot and sweating your ass off. Okay.
I thought he was up towards New York. He's up there by Josh and all that.
That's up north. New York is up north.
They were just talking about going and flying with him. So I think he's like New York or Jersey or somewhere over that way. He just hates it up there in Delaware. See?
Delaware. See, that's far enough north for me. That's the north.
He gets snow. He just doesn't like it.
But I mean, my concept has always been snow's beautiful and all that, as long as you're a retiree. You have a nice house with plenty of firewood so that you can go out and play in the snow. And then when you get cold, you can come back in, sit in front of the fireplace and warm back up. They have to go to work in it each and every day, no matter what the temperature is. No, screw all that.
The story of Alaska is that everybody in Alaska is an alcoholic. We're probably going to go ahead and end the show on this one, but everybody in Alaska is an alcoholic because if they ever sobered up, they'd wonder what the hell they were doing there.
Yeah, hey, good point.
Enjoy this wonderful warm weather that we're having, people. Happy flying, and we'll see you guys next week. Enjoy.
They need the antifreeze, brother. That's the antifreeze.
That's it.